Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals, you follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, You'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Really what's fueling the market is this resilient consumer that we have.
The consumer is fueling this market. Are you nuts? Are you kidding me? If you look at the Dow today, we're up 235 points. You know why it's up 230? It has nothing to do with the consumer. It has to do with bank stocks that are on the move. Verizon, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. Most of it is just short covering. I just love these fake business news networks. They just sit there and just spiel stuff off that's just totally BS. Just totally BS. It's unbelievable. Just like what we heard about the other day, yesterday, Bidenomics. Wow, Bidenomics. This is fantastic. What the hell's Bidenomics? I'll tell you about his Bidenomics. I.e. Biden monetary policies. That's all they are, is his monetary policies. And his monetary policies included the destruction of our energy independence. Can you imagine? It's one of his policies. Destroy our energy independence. Our regional banks. Can you imagine that? That's right. His monetary policies are the reason that we destroyed our regional banks. And most people have no idea how important regional banks are. That's what grows the economy, is regional banks. That's where we get our liquidity from, the regional banks. Every time a regional bank makes a loan, think what happens. When they make a loan, that money goes into your community. That money creates jobs. In fact, one job creates three. That money going into your local community grows the community. And then it grows the state. Matter of fact, governors, you know that governors, they always look at the regional banks to identify how strong the economy is for their state. Because regional banks, they're the ones. They're the ones, when they put out these loans, the more money they loan, the stronger the state becomes. And governors, they have to meet their budget. Unlike Washington, they can have a deficit. They can't have deficits. That's where the strength of this country comes from, the local communities, all from these regional banks. And this Biden monetary policy, Bidenomics, destroyed our regional banks. The Bidenomics are responsible for our severe economic downturn we are now in our economy. That's linked directly to our massive deficits. That's linked to our 40-year high inflation. That's linked to the raising of rates from 0 to 5.25. Are you kidding me? And you link that to our regional banks. Now, regional banks are so much more important than your 5 largest investment banks. All we ever hear about is JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Citi, Goldman Sachs. They're global banks. They don't do much for our economy. It's the regional banks, and they're destroyed. And they didn't care about destroying them because they just want a one-bank system. But JP Morgan, they don't bill your states or your communities. Are you kidding me? Most of the time when these big banks open a branch in your town or your city, they don't loan. They're in there for one reason, to grab the deposits. And when a bank fails, a small bank fails, like we had in March, 3 banks fail, regional banks, what do? They're like vultures. The Fed makes sure they go in, they get all the deposits, they pick off the best loans, and they leave all the trash behind for you and I, the taxpayer, to have to pay for. But these banks, regional banks, are so important. They're the backbone of the economy because they fund small startup and existing businesses in your community because they're the cornerstone of our nation because they provide the majority of new jobs, not IBM, not Cisco. Regional banks, they're the power. Okay, they power the economy. They power innovation. They're the power behind the innovation of these small businesses. You know, Cisco, Oracle, even Apple and Microsoft, they would never be the size they are today if it wasn't for small businesses. I don't know if you recall, but Cisco, in its infancy, they were buying like 25 small businesses a month. That's how they grew, because these small businesses are innovative. They're not bogged down with bureaucracy. If a small business is working on something and they want to patent something, they can get it done. They can get it done. Or if you try to get something done in a large company like 3M or Apple, oh my God, you got to go through committees and everything else. That's why small businesses are so important to our nation, because they innovate. They have more, small businesses in your community have more patents ready to go than Apple or Cisco or anybody else. And that's why Cisco and Oracle and all these companies go in and buy these little companies. So it really is the feeder. These small companies, these regional banks, that's it. That's our economy. And they blew it up. They blew it up. How can you be so stupid? How could Biden be so stupid and Powell to blow these up? Everybody talks about the yield curve. Everybody watches the yield curve. The yield curve gets steep. We all know one thing, recession's right around the corner, right? But your better indicator of recession is your regional banks. It's more reliable than the yield curve. Because as I said, each time these regional banks process a loan, that's money, that's liquidity. That goes into your committee, that creates jobs. And when that, and with the multiplier effect, and when that stops, that's when you know you're going to go into a recession. Most people don't even understand the yield curve, but they understand small regional banks in their community. And then all these banks like JP Morgan come in and they start buying all these regional banks. I love it. They come in, we're buying the bank because we're going to give you a better service. You can't even get a loan. Are you kidding? They won't even give you a toaster if you put $1,000 in. They're there for one reason, to take those damn deposits out of your community. So Bidenomics, don't be fooled. They destroyed our economy by destroying the regional banks. It's unbelievable. So when you have a destruction of these regional banks, in turn your community, your state, and the overall economy falls into a deep recession. And that's what we're going to see very shortly, going to the second half of this year. It's amazing. Powell met with these regional banks and approved their plan to purchase treasuries and mortgage-backed securities to generate more income, because for 13 years they're sitting there with zero rates and they're scrambling trying to make money. So they said, well, how about if we buy some treasuries and mortgage-backed securities and we get a little extra income? No problem. They said, not to worry. If I'm raising rates to fight inflation, don't worry about it, he said. If I start raising those rates and you start losing money, we'll subsidize you. You'll be fine. There'll be no crises. This is what Powell told them. Imagine that. Was Powell too stupid to understand what he was promising? Or was he lying? Powell should have known. Anybody knows. A sophomore in high school who studied business knows that he could not keep that promise, for God's sake, subsidizing him. I mean, think about it. Between the combination of large uninsured deposits they had and the run on deposits, combine that with the stock valuations falling like a flying crowbar, this would turn into a liquidity crisis. No more loans. How could they be? This is ridiculous what he promised. This is why we're in a real mess. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons You should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, I have to laugh at these fake business news networks and these fancy pants that come on and jibber jabber, like this jibber jabber.
Really, what's fueling the market is this resilient consumer.
Resilient consumer. Then why is it the government just came out today and said nearly 27 million Americans don't have enough to eat? Don't have enough to eat. Then listen to this dope.
I think the market has a slightly more optimistic view.
They always have an optimistic view because of the fake business news network people. That's their job, to make you optimistic, to lie, tell you how great things are. But Bidenomics, if you look at Bidenomics, what's it linked to? Optimism? I don't think so. It's linked to deficits. And what are the consequences of deficits? Deepening yield curve, increased national debt, reduced savings, economic growth reduced, reduction in corporate earnings, reduction in construction spending, increased interest rates, increased trade deficits, which are brutal. People don't have no idea how bad trade deficits are. Kills your job, kills your wages. We have 70-year weak productivity, weak manufacturing, lowest in 14 years, weak new orders. We've never seen orders so weak. Wait a minute. So I don't get it. Somehow it doesn't connect to what's going on, does it, what they're saying? Listen to this guy, Jared Bernstein. I don't know if you know who he is. He's been around a long time. He is the biggest BSer in the world. He's a professional liar, this guy. And they always hired him to work for the White House, no matter Democrat or Republican.
It's not that I think these numbers are strong, it's that they are strong. So 13 million jobs, that's a record since the president got here. Unemployment below 4% for a year and a half.
13 million. There they go again. 13 million. Those were jobs that were already a job. People went home, came back to their job, but they counted them new. When all was said and done, we had 20 million people come back to their job. 20 million people left. 20 million came back to their same job. But we had an extra 4 million, so we're up 4 million. Well, where's that 12 million they're always talking about? I can identify the 4 million. I can identify the 20 million. Those are the same people who had a job. They just went home, stopped working, and they come back when they're called back to work. Where's the 12 million? That was before Biden was in office. And how many times do you hear Biden say, boy, before I came into office, man, was the economy bad? Boy, jobs were bad. Thank God I was elected. Thank God he was elected. The mess we're in right now. Just think when the commercial defaults hit. What's it going to do to this market, the stock market? You know, the stock market's being held up, they keep saying, by 7 stocks. No, it's only 2 stocks. The 2 stocks are holding up the other 5, which is 7. If you take 2,800, we have 28 what we call brand name stocks that people are familiar with. We have 2 stocks holding up the 5 other tech stocks that are holding up the other 2,800 stocks. And how are they doing it? Because we're at 5 1/4. The Fed rate's at 5 1/4. 5 1/4. I've said this so many times, I know you're sick of hearing it from me. I don't blame you. 5 1/4. I scratched my head. Then how come the market's going up 23%? When it was at 2.5% in 2018, we had a 20% crash. 2020, when it was 2.5%, a 32%. 2022, when it was 2.5%, 24% crash. Yeah, when they moved rates from 0 to 2.5%. Currently, right now, we're at 5 1/4, and the market's up 23%. So what the hell's going on? It's called financial engineering. And now, understand what I just told you about these banks. If you don't know how to short, you're really screwed. I mean, think about it. You're really screwed. Especially you people who are in 401ks. I was pointing out to my members today, we looked at a few stocks, and we have what we call our color-coded chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell. And I took out just two examples. I said, if you purchased this stock or sold this stock short, just sold this stock short, right where it tells you on a chart. It tells you right there, points it to you. It tells you exactly where to short it. And then when you're shorting it, it tells you exactly where to take your profits. And I pointed out a couple times that we had 15% returns. So I said, if all you did is once a year wait for that setup where the color-coded chart turns green, and that stock drops in the sweet spot, which we teach you, 15%. Would you ever get in 1 year? Anybody ever got a 15% return on a 401k? God, 401ks get me. What a fraud those are. What a fraud. My members can make 8%, 10%, doing one trade a year with such low risk using our Pro 2 color-coded chart, where it tells you to sell short. It identifies, it's called the sweet spot. How can you not make money? Or when you're going to buy a stock, it turns green and it points right to the sweet spot. How can you not? All you got to do is sit there for that perfect setup. Let the sweet spot come in, let the color be green, and then buy. Or let the sweet spot come in, which is a downtrend, and let it turn red and sell short. If you made just 10% on one investment, once during the whole year, you're done. You're done for the year. You're sitting around for a whole year getting screwed on hidden fees, getting screwed on everything in these 401ks. You still stay with them because you think you're getting this big deal where they're matching you. Well, they're not matching you. You think they are, but they're not. I started a company. I brought it public, went to Wall Street with it. And when I figured out the 401k, no. You were not getting your guarantee. It's so ridiculous. I'm going to get. I put it in my $2. I get $2. No, you don't, because you get screwed on the hidden fees, which you don't even know about. They're stealing from you on the other side. Unbelievable. We'll be right back with some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you when to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
All right, thank you. You know, when you join our gang, I do a coffee talk in the morning, first thing in the morning. And we get up, we post it around 8 o'clock, 8:30. And it's a great coffee talk because it really gives you a heads up on what the market's going to do. And a lot of people really love that coffee talk. And then I do my first class at 9:30 to about 5 after 10. And I talk about how the market works, show you different patterns, so you understand how it works. 9 out of 10 people who have no idea who invest in stocks, how it works, what makes the market go up, what makes the market go down, what stocks they should be in, when the yields are at a certain point, what stocks should they buy, what stocks should they not buy. This is what you learn. You learn how to execute. And yes, I work every day with my own personal chart that I design and patent, my color-coded chart. After I was in this business for years and years, I said, why can't we just make a simple chart that tells people when to buy and when to sell? It alerts them. I mean, these other charts are just stupid. You know, you get red candlestick, green, red, green, red, green, 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 red, red. And everybody listens to these stupid people on CNBC and Fox Business giving you these hot tips, like Varney and the rest of them. What are you, nuts? So I finally designed a chart that would tell people when to buy and when to sell. You just got to learn. It's very easy. We teach you, okay, when is it in the sweet spot? And we show you that. So if all of a sudden the stock is going up and it's red, you know not to buy it. It's in the sweet spot. But then it'll start turning yellow, warning you that now you're going to get some buyers. And then when the buyers start, when there's enough buyers, it'll turn green. But it only turns green when there's enough buyers. Give you an example, American Express. American Express was, it dropped from about, I don't know what it was, it dropped from about 161 down to about 147. And then it went up from 147 to 152. Then it went up to 155, and it went up to 158. But we didn't buy it yet because it didn't turn green. Didn't turn green. And so then finally it turned green, okay, at 172. So you could look back and say, well, gee, I wish I bought it back here, okay, at 147 instead of buying it at 172. Well, no. You got a higher probability going to 272 from 172 than you do going back to, let's say, 147. You got a higher probability going to 272, okay, from 172 than you do from, let's say, 147. People don't realize, don't get that. So the charts are designed where it sets it up not only by the color, but it sets you up what's called a sweet spot. So you're like in this groove so that you can't go wrong. And I work hard on that chart. We use that chart every day to work with you and get you to learn how to short, especially learn how to short. So there's a lot of benefits. Then all during the day, we keep our members alert on what stocks to buy. And then I also, we again, this is interesting. When everybody was buying, and we bought Microsoft, we bought Apple, Meta, Nvidia, Amazon. Those were our permanent stocks. They're called our bonus stocks. We started to buy those in January, February, March. But then when they got really up there, we started taking money off the table, and then we rotated to stocks that nobody wanted. Now, for example, and it worked out great. We rotated to some leisure stocks. They went up over 40% for us. Cruise lines, CCL, NCLH, Norwegian, Carnival Cruise, Alaskan Airline was another one we bought. What was the other one? Alaskan Airline, there's one more we bought. But anyways, they all did terrific because we got in them before anybody else did. And how do you know when to get in them before anybody else? It's called basing. It's called basing. Once the stock hits a certain pattern, which I'll teach you and Steve will teach you, and all of a sudden let's say the stock went from, I don't know, let's say the stock went from 171 and it fell all the way down to, let's say 147. And now it's sitting there at 147. Now you get a big 500 down day, but that stock doesn't go down. You get another down day. That stock still stays at 147. That means the selling is done. So you know when to get in early. So we now moved some more money into the energy sector that nobody's buying. Nobody's buying. We just bought a little bit of ConocoPhillips. We bought a little bit of that. We bought a little bit of Schlumberger. Because why? Well, because these stocks have all been shorted, which means these people have to buy them back. Example, let's say Conoco was at 136, and we said we were going to short it. We believed it was going to go down to 86. So I don't own that stock, so what I do is I just go borrow the stock. I asked my broker to set me up to borrow Conoco. And I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say, okay, look, I believe it's going to go down. The guy I borrow from laughs, says, no, it's going to go higher. I said, all right, well then let me borrow it. And then if it doesn't go down, it goes up, then you win, I lose. Okay. So now the stock, I borrowed it, right? And now the stock goes from 136 down to 86. Well, remember, he loaned me that stock. So now I can buy it at 86. So he loses big and I win, but I got to buy it at 86. Now when I buy it at 86, it starts going up off the bottom. And everybody else who did the same thing I did, they're starting to buy their stock back, goes up off the bottom. So what you want to do is you want to buy that then, because not only do you have the people who sold short, they're forced into buying that stock, but then you get new people coming in. So you got a double whammy of people coming in. So you take the high of the stock, we call it the 50% rule. You take the high of the stock at 136, you find the low of the stock at 88, you divide that in two, let's say it's 120, I'm just guessing, 120. So you know the stock is going to go up at least halfway to 120 because you have the combination of the short sellers buying and the new people coming in to buy. It's called the 50% rule. It's the easiest money you'll ever make. But what makes it so it's not a risk is you sit there with your color-coded chart. It will turn green when there's enough institutional money coming in. If it starts going up and it doesn't turn green, it's telling you there's not enough institutional money coming in, so stay away from it. These are the things I start teaching you with. And then Steve, he takes 6 stocks. He goes over these same 6 stocks every day, so you can learn. And then he'll take questions from you on your own stocks. So it's a great educational process. It's only $39.95 a month. And for the first 10 days, you don't have to pay. It's free. But you got to do something. People have no idea what's coming. They have no idea how this is going to be the biggest crash we ever had. When you have the interest rates of 5.25%, and you got only 2 stocks holding up the entire market at 5.25%, something's real wrong. When the market drops, that's when you make your big money. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Check it out.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity. And you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. clarity, good information, and fun. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's Gang. Now, you know, you can listen to me on my radio show, syndicated radio show, but you also can listen to me on my podcast, which is the same time. Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, and YouTube. Another thing you may like is on Instagram and YouTube, I do these little short segments. They're just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I do like updates on stocks and patterns and things like that are interesting. And I get an enormous amount of views. And so people must like it. So remember, just go to Instagram or go to YouTube, and they're called short segments. And check it out. They're fun, and like I said, they're only a minute long, and there's some good information on that. Talk about information. I want you to listen to this one more time. Listen to this.
It's not that I think these numbers are strong, it's that they are strong. So 13 million jobs, that's a record since the president got here. Unemployment below 4% for a year and a half, that's a record. Record numbers of job vacancies, real wages growing over the past year.
Real wages growing. Really? No, that's a lie. Are you kidding? We had 25 consecutive months of declines in wages. 25 consecutive month declines. And wages are trailing inflation. And the jobs that he's always talking about, first of all, he lied about the 13 million jobs, because I told you, okay, there was only 2 million jobs. When everybody went back to work, if you didn't count the jobs that everybody went home, then came back to work, these idiots count them as brand new jobs. No, they weren't. But if you count the 2 extra million, you got 2 million there. And so there was 2 extra million, but the jobs are crap. When you hear these job numbers, the first Friday of every month, they're garbage. Most of these jobs are garbage. They're part-time jobs. No, you don't get health care, you don't get anything. They tell you the benefit is having a job. But listen to what this guy said about Bernstein.
There's sometimes when I think people are just shaking their head saying we know that's either a distortion or just patently false. When they say real wages have been rising, that's not true. When you take credit for the 13 million jobs, they're the 13 million that we lost.
Yeah, they're both faced lies. So all these guys on these networks, remember, they're there to make you feel good. That's it. It's ridiculous. That's their job. To make so you go buy something. But remember, there's consequences with these deficits. You just can't keep going around like Biden spending 40% more money than you have coming in tax revenues. You got to pay those deficits. And those deficits come with another problem, inflation. And then you get increased interest rates. Your economic growth slows to nothing. I mean, come on. Hurts especially low middle class people, lowers income, your dollar purchasing power. Come on. We're in deep doo-doo here. And the biggest thing, and nobody will admit it, is what I talked about earlier, was that the regional banks are the most important thing to this country, and they destroyed them. They knew they were going to destroy them. I don't know if it was on stupidity. I think it was stupidity, okay? But they destroyed them, regardless. They destroyed these banks. And so that bank, regional bank, is a bigger indicator that we're not going to go just into a recession. It's going to be a very deep, deep recession. Deep. I'm talking about deep recession. Crazy. But you don't have to be afraid if you know how to sell short. What's wrong in selling a stock short? Nothing. It's a great thing to sell stock short. I mean, you're sitting there and you got freedom. So, example, take the home builder business. We started short the XHB. We started the ETF, symbol XHB. We started to short those in January of 2022. So it went from $82, and we shorted all the way down to, I think it was down to 57. That's a nice run. And the beautiful thing about that return, as we're shorting it, my color-coded chart stayed red. So you have great confidence to stay in. Now, that was a 31% return. You just need one of those a year. You people with 401ks, you get so screwed. You're so tied up with, well, I get a match. You don't get a match. They steal from you. You got 31 hidden fees. 31 hidden fees. They scalp off the top every day, $250 billion. You get so screwed with a 401k. I mean, but people, what am I going to do? I got to retire. What are you going to do? Go and buy the Qs or buy the spiders. That's all. Why don't you just go buy the Qs? If you're in love with the tech, buy the Qs, get in the Qs, and then buy when you're supposed to buy and short when they go down. Just try my color-coded chart. I'll give it to you free for 10 days. Go sign up right now, free for 10 days. And the color-coded chart's never, ever wrong. The algorithm said it's never wrong. It always turns red when it's supposed to, always turns green when it's supposed to. So talking about energy for a minute, you gotta pay attention to the energy stocks right now, or you're going to miss a big move. See, the rule of thumb in energy stocks, when they drop 35%, more often than not, they'll rally. They'll start rallying 20, 25%, called short covering. This time it didn't happen. These are so bad, it didn't happen. So we went from like 120 now down to 65, 67. So now there's going to be such huge opportunities in these stocks. So what you should do every day, join our gang, follow along with us. Follow for the first 10 days, it doesn't cost you a penny. But you got to watch these, and then you watch especially Conoco, okay, and then watch the railroads. Now, we've been watching and buying Canadian National, CNI, okay, because they move a lot of oil on those rails, okay, and Canadian rails, Canadian Nation Railways, symbol CNI. So what we do is we watch Conoco, okay, started to go up again today a little bit, and then we're watching Schlumberger, and then we watch at the same time our oils, we watch the rails, like CNI. They went up a little bit today too, nice. So this is what you learn to do, okay? Unbelievable. Oh, did you hear Biden say this?
I started off without you, and I sold a lot of state secrets and a lot of very important things that we shared.
Isn't that terrible? Making a joke of all this. It's unbelievable. Listen to this here.
Wind and solar are already significantly cheaper than coal and oil.
That's a lie. Anybody knows that. We're still subsidizing these damn wind farms. Are you kidding me? Cheaper than oil? Why do you think Germany got rid of all their windmills? Got rid of all their solar? They got rid of their wind and solar. It was killing them. You have to keep subsidizing them. That's a flat. But see, this guy can say anything, gets away with it. Oh, I never talked to my son about our business deals. No, never. I don't get that. You get on a plane and you go, oh, hey, hi. Hey, son, what are you doing here? Oh. And you travel 32 hours going to, I don't know, Suckface, China from Washington, and you tell me over 32 hours you never sit down with your son and ever say, hey, how are things going, son? How you making out? How's your business doing? Oh, they never say that. Never says that. He wants us to believe it. So how could, I don't understand that. How does he get away with that? I mean, it's common sense. You talk to your son, right? But it's the same thing coming out saying about wind and solar. He'll just say it when he knows it's not true. Jarrett will come out. That's his right-hand man. And he'll lie for him. Just say things that are stupid. Like the 13 million. I get so sick of hearing these 12 million jobs, 13 million jobs. That's a bold-faced lie. Everybody knows it. But I guess they just think they can fool people. Look, join my gang. We don't have to fool anybody. Just follow our charts, our education. Try it for 10 days. It's free. What a difference it'll make in your life.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.